Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. And in today's video we are back to the tutorial of how to build Five Nights at Freddy's 1 in Minecraft. Last time, if you haven't seen it, I'll put a card up in the description. But last time we built the entirety of the hallways, of both hallways, the office, along with this first closet here. If you're wondering what some things are, these are just random heads. All of the walls are made from pre-made map art. I can show you that if you guys want to see it. All of that's built onto this world, but these are meant to represent the cameras in case you weren't here. Like the way that the eyes are not at, that's the way they're actually facing, because the eyes do not look like cameras. And all this, you know, all of it's working. So that's all of that, just as a recap for what's been happening. So now we're gonna move on to the next area, which at this moment the next area is the prize counter. It's the exact same walls for this area as it has been for every other area. So those two go there, and then those two go like that there. Okay. Now the actual area back here, I don't exactly know what like the flooring for back here is, but because of the fact that I'm making all of this be the red, I'm just gonna keep going with it. And so since that's red right there, then this will be red right here, this will be red right here, and you should have your two blacks and then your red, and then you should just fill that all in. So I'm going to do that real quickly and I'll be right back. Okay, so after all that, you guys are going to want to fill in this area right here with white stained glass, because I just think that feels like it's the best of all the things you can use for that area right there. And then you're going to want to come in here and pull out some light gray carpet. You're going to want to lay that across all of this. Then after doing all of that, you're going to come in here. Oh wait, actually you need to be on the outside to place it, right? But you want to place it facing that way, and then you want to come in here and you want to try. Well, you don't need to get this one for in here. You want to try to get more of something you think would be, you know, prize countery, I guess. We'll say that's a prize. That's a stuffed animal or something. That's not. I don't know what that is. I don't think that's what that is at all. But now that you have that, okay, so you don't have to do this, but I switched these over because it felt kind of weird the way it was before. Now that I don't have certain things working the same way. But yeah. And actually, I'm gonna suggest doing that, and then placing like this set of item frames right there like that. And on these walls, you're actually gonna want to grab this one. What in the world just happened? What? Did it double click or something? And then there's this room. So now you can just cover that with a ceiling. So do that real quickly. And this is the first room of the day-night lighting cycle. It seems, at least how FNAF bases, it doesn't tell you that there's that like, because it seems like it says like the power. This does this. Power comes back on. It doesn't say anything about you having to turn the power back on each night or something. So I'm gonna assume that the power automatically turns itself on and off. And via that assumption, I'm just gonna use these guys on the lights anywhere that there aren't lights on. But this is a price counter, so let's continue. Okay, so since we are actually getting this entire section done first, I'm gonna get the kitchen and the freezer done real quickly. We're gonna go through that, and then we'll get this big room. And about there should be the end of the video. We might get to the stages, but we'll see what happens. So I'm just gonna build the walls up for this room, and I'll come back whenever I'm done with that. Okay guys, so after you have all this area built, then you can move into actually making the flooring. And the flooring here is actually, even though I didn't do it with over here, the flooring over here is actually going to go back into the normal checker, white and black checker pattern. So to make sure that you're doing it right, the red should be the white, so you just go black, white, and boom, that's going to be a black spot. And then you can just use that and you can fill in the entire rest of the room. Okay guys, welcome back. So you may notice that in here the flooring's done, in there it's not. That's because in there the flooring, I believe I'm going to be making it a different flooring in there than over here. So at this moment, this is the only flooring done, as it's the only flooring that's actually definitively checkered. So now if you come over here, you'll notice that I have marked out areas down here. So first off, we need to get out a door. It's your choice what door, but I like to use, just for this specific door, like a birch kind of door. Okay, so now you see all this, we're gonna get these two filled in. Technically these three. So if you come down here, it's 2 out, and then it's 4 by 4. So how that actually is going, okay, I guess we're going over. 2 out, but technically it's going to go 3 out. Because technically what's going to happen is this right here. I swap sides of these two things. Oops. So this is what your little thing should look like for your first area. and then you're going to cover it in white carpet. So that should be your first little area. You should have the white carpet is like the countertop. This is your area where you have like your boxing of the pizzas or plating of the pizzas, depending on what's happening. Over here is where you have like your kneading of the dough kind of area. So then we come over here and it's where we make our stove. So I'll make one of those and then I'll come back. So here's what one of these stoves looks like. I made them all actually. But you have the stove with like, you have a normal furnace so you can actually cook, and then you have trapdoor being representative, like, you know how you can open and close the stove, and then these are like vents to release the steam upward out of each of these, and this is meant kind of like where, you know how a stove usually has those 4 things on top. I didn't want to put like a trapdoor there, that felt weird. So you got this. And if you want, you can technically come in, because it would just be more counters, and fill in each of these guys with this and then place these guys on top of those. And then that would get you this. But I still leave this so that way it's also like even more of a, the steam is releasing upward into that. But yeah, so that's your first 2 areas of the kitchen. And now for this next part, you're going to need a crafting table, our map of the upper walls, item frame, and a white carpet. Because for this area, well, actually you don't need a white carpet. Well, you do need it for certain spots. So you're just going to bring these down all the way over to here. And what I do, instead of actually having to deal with it, is I just place them all the way down, but you don't have to do that. However, no matter what, on every single one of these that you're placing down, you will have to use the item frames on to make more accurate to how it's supposed to be. So yeah, but then once you get all the item frames down, now you can just come through and place this on all of them. So I'll do that and be right back. Then after you do that, however many you want of these, so this is supposed to be like the area where they have like different toppings. So however many toppings you want. So imagine that each of these squares is a topping, or like sometimes 2 squares equals 1 topping. However many toppings you want, use that to judge. So I'm gonna probably do like this, and then I'm probably gonna go like this. And that leaves those toppings. So that gets you all of that. Also, if you want to, you can make this structure. A lot of structures in here are completely optional because it's the kitchen, which you don't actually see. But if you want to, you can make this structure, which puts the lights in the center here, and the lights will still give off light to all of this area as well. Then you'll want to put it, and then on this side, you're going to want to put in hoppers facing into those, and then this around the rim of it. And above that, you're gonna want to put some glass. You're gonna want to use glass panes specifically. And when I say above it, I mean like you're gonna want to do like this kind of. And you're gonna want to do this across this entire area. This is because this is like a combo. This is like the area to come over here and wash your hands at. You should be washing your hands before work. And then that goes into that, and that counts as like the piping to get around. You may notice I put purple there. That's because originally I was like, oh, food items that are out here, but as far as we know, they only have pizza. And so I don't know what food items to put up here. They wouldn't really have any food items out here. So instead, I've switched it to, I'm going to put like specifically the, I don't know you guys, if anybody who's watching has ever worked in a restaurant, but a lot of times they have a machine that specifically carbonates the stuff for you. So you already have like the pops and stuff in the machine, and then it carbonates it into packs or bottle container things that you then put into those pop machines that everybody gets stuff from. So I'm going to try to make a miniature one of those back here. So one moment please. Okay, so this machine is going to be kind of weird. And I don't even remember this machine that well anyway, so that's going to make it easier. So the idea would be that like this one comes, like each of these three comes downward, but they all come in to, give me a moment. Like this one faucet system. And then you collect stuff from that, and then you take it and you put it into the machines. So yeah. Okay. So for in the cooler, I'm just using blue ice. So just fill the entire floor with blue ice. Now in here you're gonna want to fill up your entire area of these with this. And actually, unless you are going to add a bunch of stuff to it, to this room back here, you're good to just kind of fill it all the way up. Now after all that, should be able to go onto the ceiling. And I actually think that this video is going to probably be done after I finish the ceiling for these areas. So we got we got the hallways, office, and hall closet done yesterday, well last week, and today we got the entirety of the kitchen, the price counter, and the cooler done. So I'll see you guys in a couple moments. Okay guys, so that's the ceiling. If you see a daylight sensor, that's a redstone lamp underneath that. Okay guys, so I did a little bit more work to finish it off. So now the kitchen has the same as like that hallway closet's walling, and then it's got a light over there to make it a little bit brighter. And then out here, because the wall ends here, I made it where it comes into one of these walls, so that way each of these like meet up like this. It's like a more coming into like a post or something. And then I brought this over all the way on the side. And then finally I added a door right here to get into here that has the lines around them on both sides. So that's all I did in the time that you guys were watching. So this is part 2 of the tutorial on building Five Nights at Freddy's. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please hit the button for it. Comment down below what your favorite part was, or if you have any questions or any ideas. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I know that only 36% of reviewers are actually subscribed, so be very helpful if you aren't already subscribed. If you could, that really helps boost us. Just like liking the videos helps boost us out and helps us get the YouTube algorithm on our side. Hit that bell for notifications whenever more content's coming out. Although, just so you know, even if you don't hit that bell, there should be more content coming out almost daily here soon, if not daily. Still don't know about that Saxon Saturday stuff. So, yeah, I think that's all I gotta say. Don't forget to check out Scary Game Sunday. It was uploaded yesterday, and also to be checking out those music videos that Sean makes. Those are some great videos. I hope you guys liked this video, and that's all I got for you guys today. So, Psycho-kun out.